Last time, we showed you how you could take a cheap car and take it autocrossing.
But we found there were not nearly enough opportunities to get sideways, so this time we're going to the dirt.
With that, we went with a vehicle synonymous with rally. You might be thinking Subaru, but we still believe French press is a sex position, so we went with Audi.
Rough and dry.
To start our journey into rally, we first need to find a car. We were looking for something that had a manual transmission, all-wheel drive, and had a low price tag. To do this, we headed to the most reliable and user-friendly car sales search engine, Facebook Marketplace. After countless minutes of searching, we found it, our dream vehicle, the 1988 Audi 90 Quattro, and of all places, the mecca of quality used cars, Akron, Ohio. After a quick trip and some hard negotiation, we got this machine back here for $500. Now it's time to see what we got.
You might be surprised, this 200,000 mile luxury car isn't a great rally car. Shit, it's barely drivable. But before we get this thing to the dirt, we gotta do some much needed TLC. Hard. The most obvious problem were the brakes. There were none. And although that's not required to go fast, it is required to survive through that experience. After taking a look at the system, we decided that we needed to rework just one thing. All of it. With the main brakes fixed, we realized the e-brake is in-op too, so we swapped in some new cables because we can't look rad without it.
The shifter was in great shape, but we knew we'd be shifting more than Dom Toretto.
I shift for family!
So we wanted to be extra tight. So we designed, printed, and installed a new shifter bushing.
Not completely performance related, but the carpet was a complete swamp. Turns out the clutch master cylinder was leaking all over the floor. So we replaced it and then gutted the interior for cleaning. Lastly, and still ongoing, the car had many leaks, but we decided to only focus on the big ones. The pan, although optimized for cooling, wasn't the best at holding oil, so we removed it, braced it up, and resealed it. With a new shifter, a removed ABS, and a custom air freshener, we wanted to see how many ponies we picked up. So we decided to take the Rowdy down to our friends at Detroit Tune to see how our numbers stack up. Unfortunately, during our 30-minute trip to the dyno, the Rowdy developed a radiator leak, an oil leak, a front wheel noise, and broke a rear diff mount. Our dreams of dominating the dyno were crushed. But we decided to ignore all of that and only fix the rear diff mount. So we converted it to a hard mount with one solid weld. To maximize our budget, we chose our battles. We took this mechanic special and turned it into a drivable vehicle. If you want to know more details of what we did and how we did it, go check out Runs and Drives Technical. Otherwise, let's hit the dirt.
And it all comes down to this. We're here at our local ORV park to determine whether or not the Rowdy will live up to its rally pedigree. Of course, as any true fan of Jason Statham will know, Audis are also exceptional at transporting precious cargo. So, to be thorough, we're going to test both of these things.
And here's our track. With rough terrain, perilous banked corners, and temperatures skyrocketing into the low 80s, it'll be the true test of the Rowdy's rally pedigree. The objective of the race is to get this wee baby safely and swiftly back to its mother. We'll be timing the race to see who the fastest driver is, and a post-race review will determine baby safety. The winner is the fastest driver to safely transport the wee baby home. Time to suit up.
So, it's been a while, but Mike, do you still remember the rules? Keep baby safe, go fast, be bold.
As my idol would say, transportation is a precise business.
Right. Tom, you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, transport. All right, well, Mike had no concern for human life. That might make his time tough to beat. Tom, are you ready?
Rule number 2, no names.
All right. Tom. Mike, you ready with the timer? 3, 2, 1, transport.
I've never seen someone ditch a baby as fast as Tom. See, Vince? You don't have to worry about the baby. Just get a fast time.
Rule number 1, never change the deal.
All right, damn. Tom? Ready, set, go!
You baby! Here we go! Gotta make up some time!
Welcome to Runs and Drives Review.
where we review slow cars fast.
Today we're going to see how well we transported the wee baby in our Rowdy and how well it did in that challenge.
It's the most complicated way of wording
I am so overdone. There's so many words. That's why I said, have you watched Parks and Rec?
Leslie, your poll is designed to choose a new slogan. And a slogan is a series of words that have a meaning.
And first up, we have Mike. How do you think he did?
I think I did pretty well. Took pretty good care of the baby.
Alright,
So first of all, the baby hit 3 surfaces before it even got to the seat.
So, yeah, babies are tough,
it's
I
like a
think.
Shaquille O'Neal free throw.
This
Backboard.
This is
Rim.
not a normal baby, though.
Not
This
in.
is a
And still not in.
this is a tough baby.
Flying into the curve here. First turn.
So something I didn't anticipate is how much a baby would move on a seat without a seatbelt.
Alright, let's
Yeah, let's see that again.
let's reverse that.
We know 5G kills.
So you pull up, and that is...
So I mean, I could see a baby going wee.
I'll be honest, that does look like the baby is having fun right now.
Look how much fun I'm having.
That's true, you are having
Dad
a
and
great
baby
time.
are having a great time.
I don't think you're that baby's father.
I've never seen somebody.
we
This
would
looks
never
like
know.
you're throwing out trash out the window.
Yeah, and so this is not looking good for the baby. I think we can all agree. So time here, pretty competitive. That's probably going to do you well, but baby health looking quite low. That's not a strong performance. That's probably going to hurt your overall score.
I probably didn't get Dad of the Year.
Yeah.
Sad. A tragedy.
Clearly. So let's see if Tom could do any better. First of all, like taking a big risk here with the baby.
Yes.
The one hand grab to the tuck.
That was some.
That was a professional
Yeah, yeah.
move.
If I
could
may,
see a hitman.
That was
doing that.
what CFL. That was some CFL skill.
The baby is horizontal. Sleeping position.
True, but I mean, there is no neck support going on. Moving on, we have a solid placement. The baby is in the seat, which is a lot more than we could say for Mike.
No seatbelt though.
No seatbelt. That is risky.
This
And
is an 80s car.
This is-
Seatbelts weren't legal back then.
what do we have here?
Moving on.
So you do hand the baby, which is nice. That's honestly, there's a lot of head flopping,
Return it to a place of safety.
but you did yes.
Return to the uterus.
It was direct to the uterus.
Direct to the uterus.
I would say a well-rounded performance. You know, a pretty beaten up baby. Gave up a little bit of time here and there, but
Average at everything.
Disappointed!
Alright, on to Vince.
professional looking driver.
Looking
right there.
terrified immediately.
What?
Look like a preacher for Harlem, but
What?
what?
Is it a preacher for Harlem?
Yeah.
White tie, white shirt.
This is a
It's pretty stylish.
a very gentle.
Yeah, exactly. So I have good baby head support. Baby is in the seat.
Okay.
Seat belt.
How many babies have you transported before?
You know, I have a big family, so help out.
Screaming into the babies. He's already scared.
Okay, screaming into the baby. No, Tom. The mouth is this way. This is the projection, and then it just stays.
If
The
I may.
baby's good. The baby's good.
I studied sound.
No, you didn't,
This is how I'm saying it. It comes out.
Tom.
Do the pin.
I think you're invalidating your own point by not being
comes
able
out.
to describe it.
Bounces.
That's a good sound.
Back into the baby.
That looks true. Even though you're taking care of the baby, it probably hurt you a little bit on your time. But I think you can make up with a strong takeoff.
I agree.
I mean, at least you're a good sport about it.
And then I made up for it with the speed of my driving. Few seconds behind you guys, but many seconds spent on baby health and safety.
Yeah.
All right, and with all the data in, I think it's pretty clear that Tom's our winner. And now with our winner established, how do you guys think the Rowdy did? Like as a car overall?
From a mechanical standpoint, it was a nightmare.
It broke like 7 times.
It was constantly breaking down. Some of it we got on camera, most of it we didn't. It was in the shop.
It's pretty unpredictable.
We had the car for 2 years, and it was probably in my garage for 90% of that.
I broke a control arm yesterday backing into a driveway calmly.
So if we had to do it again, probably spend a little bit more money to get something a little bit more up to date and less rust. But, you know, still a fun car.
Also, don't take it to an ORV park.
Yeah, don't take a...
The terrain was terrible.
Yeah, massive rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is rust is a big issue. That's, I think,
That's
big
a
moral.
Midwest problem, though.
Just
Not
don't buy
everyone's gonna
rusty
have that.
cars. Just don't buy rusty cars.
Yeah. But I did daily drive it, and it did okay after we got some of the bugs worked out. It's not a bad car. Just if you're going to do rally racing, you're going to want something way more dependable. Not that this is a rally car whatsoever, but it's a lot of fun if you just want to get out there and rip around.
Yeah. I will say that is one thing that we learned. Driving cars fast on dirt, that's a ton of fun. Just do it somewhere that's smooth enough without big rocks in a car that's not super rusty.
Big takeaway.
Big takeaway. This is what you come here for, people. And with that, like and subscribe.
Yeah, thanks for checking out Runs and Drives. Hopefully we can provide more videos like this to keep you interested.
Please subscribe.
Please.